everyone, welcome to the ultimate explainer for the Rotocalcio Fantasy League for the 2026 World Cup. If you're a football fan who wants to elevate your whole tournament experience just for the pure fun and enjoyment of it, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down absolutely everything you need to know to manage your very own dream team over on rotocalcio.ch. And for our Swiss national team fans tuning in, we've got a really special focus for you. You can track every single move of the Swiss squad, the players, the specific venues, and the stadiums exclusively on rotocalcio.vip while handling all your fantasy competition on the main site. It's going to be a blast, so let's get into it. Okay, let's dive into this. Right now, I want you to literally step into the shoes of a fantasy team owner. The World Cup isn't just a spectacle you passively watch anymore. It's a dynamic organization you actively manage. Every pass, every goal, and oh boy, every brutal red card suddenly matters on a deeply personal level. The biggest question today is simply this: are you ready to lead? Because we're about to hand you the exact playbook you need to completely dominate the leaderboard. I mean, just feel that epic stadium atmosphere. That is the exact energy Rotocalcio brings directly to your device. This platform has been around since way back in 1996, making it the ultimate fantasy team manager experience. By heading over to rotocalcio.ch, you aren't just casually following the 2026 World Cup, you are totally immersing yourself in it. It takes this massive global spectacle and turns it into a strategic, incredibly fun competition between you and your friends. Suddenly, every single match is a high-stakes event. Section 1, the Swiss World Cup schedule. Let's look at their journey in Group B. If you want to follow the World Cup with a laser focus on the Swiss players, the Swiss roster, and the specific stadiums they'll be playing in, rotocalcio.vip is your dedicated hub, and this brilliantly illustrates the exact path they'll take. They kick things off on June 13th against Qatar at the Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Then they cruise down the coast to Los Angeles on June 18th to face Bosnia at the magnificent SoFi Stadium. Finally, they head way up to Vancouver to play Canada at BC Place on June 24th. All of these matches kick off at 2100 Central European Summertime. If you're drafting Swiss players, these dates and locations absolutely must be circled on your calendar. Section 2. Building your fantasy roster. Time to crack open the manager's playbook. Mark this date in bold. The live auction goes down on Saturday, June 6, 2026, at exactly 10 a.m. Central European Summertime. This is draft day, folks. This is the exact moment where teams are built and, honestly, where dreams are either realized or completely crushed. You, as the team owner, will be bidding against other really sharp managers to acquire your perfect lineup of 15 players and one coach. You've got to be incredibly prepared and ready to pivot your strategy at a moment's notice. So the crucial point is this number right here, 250. This is your strict salary cap in units. You have exactly 250 units to spend during the option to build your entire roster from the ground up. You can't just go out and buy all the superstars. You have to really do your scouting. Find those hidden gems, aggressively manage your budget, and know exactly when to outbid a fierce rival and when to just walk away. This cap is the great equalizer for sure. It ensures the league stays fiercely competitive right from day one. But you can't just spend those 250 units however you feel like it. You've got to meticulously fill a 16-slot roster that meets strict minimum requirements. You're mandated to draft at least one goalie, 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 forwards. Then you get 4 flexible utility slots to fill as you choose, plus a maximum of 1 coach. And here is the absolute golden rule. Any future move or trade you make during the tournament must perfectly respect these minimums. Actually, if you accidentally trade away a defender and drop down to only 3, your roster is non-compliant and the move is rejected. Boom, just like that. Section 3, how your team scores points. This is where your tactical genius gets to shine. Look closely at this breakdown because the point system heavily rewards rarity. A goal scored by a forward is only worth 3 points. I mean, frankly, that's their primary job on the pitch. But a goal scored by a midfielder, that gets you 5 points. A defender scoring nets you a massive 7 points. And if your goalie somehow manages to get on the end of a wild corner kick and score a goal, you are rewarded with an unbelievable 10 points. This entirely shifts how you value attacking wingbacks and set-piece specialists during your draft. Now, what's really interesting about this is the delicate balance between risk and reward. Yes, you get big points for positive actions, game wins, hat tricks, vital shutouts, assists. But on-field discipline matters just as much as raw talent. A yellow card will cost you -1 point. A straight red card or a yellow-red slaps you with a devastating -3-point penalty. Even a missed penalty kick costs you a painful -3 points. Literally, a single reckless tackle by your premium defender can instantly wipe out all the points they earned for a hard-fought 90-minute shutout. Ouch. Section 4. Transfers and the final dinner. Let's get into the logistical rules and the real-world stakes. As the tournament rapidly progresses, look, injuries inevitably happen, and key players underperform. You're going to need to make changes. The tournament is intelligently broken down into game rounds. So, for example, the first round covers the first match for every single team in the group stage. If you want to make a crucial transfer, the deadline is strictly 1 hour before the first game of the next game round begins. And here is the vital logistical detail. You must submit your roster moves via email. The timestamp on that sent email is your ultimate official proof. Miss that exact deadline by just 1 minute? No way. Your entire move is invalid. Making moves isn't just a strategic choice. It has a very real financial component too. At the initial auction, every team pays a base 50 CHF entry fee. Beyond that, every new player you bring in off the wire costs 4 CHF. If you're forced to replace an officially injured player, it's slightly cheaper at 2 CHF. Interestingly though, direct player-for-player trades between managers? Completely free. All these continuous microtransactions are tracked online under your specific team cost dashboard. So you might be wondering, where does all this money actually go? It goes right here to the Liga-Pott. I absolutely love this rule. All the initial entry fees and all those panicked 4 franc transfer fees pool together to pay for a massive final dinner for all the team owners at the very end of the tournament. And the best part, the restaurant chosen for the banquet must specifically feature the cuisine of the real-world country that actually wins the 2026 World Cup. So essentially, the managers making the most frantic, desperate roster moves are the exact ones funding a glorious celebratory dinner for the actual winner of the Fantasy League. It's brilliant. Let's move on and see how this builds into your daily World Cup routine. Take a quick moment to scan the QR code to subscribe to the Pizza Burner channel for more critical updates. And remember, if you want to follow the Swiss team's progress with a dedicated live ticker that starts automatically at kickoff, head straight over to rotocalcio.vip. It is your exclusive dedicated hub for the Swiss national squad, while rotocalcio.ch remains your absolute home base for managing that fantasy roster and dominating your friends. So we've covered the intense draft, the strict 250-unit salary caps, the unique point systems that highly reward defender scoring, and the brutal reality of red card penalties. The stage is perfectly set for June 2026. The only thing left to figure out is your personal winning strategy. Who is that absolutely crucial first player you're going to draft to ensure you dominate the league, secure the crown, and most importantly, make absolute certain you aren't the one footing the bill for the final dinner? Start your scouting now, prepare your playbook, and we will see you at the top of the leaderboard.